Hello, introduce yourself. Name Amelia Putri. Class main J23C. NPM 23,411,027. This time I'm explaining tax billing. Definition of tax billing. Tax collection is a series of actions carried out by the Directorate General of Taxes (DGP) to force taxpayers to pay off their tax debts along with administrative sanctions that are due. Billing is done when the taxpayer does not fulfill the obligation to pay tax according to the applicable provisions. Tax collection is repressive, meaning it is done after the tax owed is not paid on time. Legal basis of tax collection. Tax collection in Indonesia is regulated in CUP Law General Provisions and Taxation Procedures, Tax Collection Law with forced letter, implementing regulations such as PMK and SC related to billing. This legal basis gives authority to the fiscus to carry out billing actions, including confiscation and auction. Purpose of tax collection. Tax collection is done for 1. Ensure the state obtains tax revenue on time. 2. Encourage taxpayer compliance. 3. Avoid accumulating tax receivables. 4. Providing a deterrent effect to non-compliant taxpayers. 5. Securing state revenue in the long term. Types of tax collection. A. Active billing. Billing that is done before the due date, such as send an appeal letter, publication of reprimand letter, warning to taxpayers. The goal is for taxpayers to immediately pay tax debts before being subject to forced action. B. Passive billing. Billing that is done after the tax debt is due and not paid. The stages are tougher, such as forced letter, confiscation, prevention, hostage gizling, asset auction. Tax collection stage procedure. 1. Reprimand letter. Sent to taxpayers after the tax payment is due. This letter gives the opportunity to pay off the debt before further action. 2. Forced letter. If the warning letter is ignored, DGP issues a forced letter. This letter has executive power and becomes the basis for the confiscation action. 3. Warrant for confiscation stamp. If the taxpayer still does not pay off his debt, the fisc can confiscate the taxpayer's assets, such as vehicle, land and building, cash or savings, business inventory. 4. Auction announcement. Items that have been confiscated will be announced for auction if within a certain time the debt has not been paid off. 5. Auction. Assets are auctioned through the state auction office. The proceeds of the auction are used to pay tax debts. 6. Additional measures if necessary. Prevention. Prohibit taxpayers from traveling abroad. Hostage gizling. Temporary detainment of taxpayers who are not cooperative in paying off debts. The authorized party to do tax collection. Billing actions are carried out by tax confiscation, namely officials who are authorized to do billing, confiscation, and auction. Tax Service Office KPP. State Auction Office for Asset Auction. Tax collection object. Billing is done to unpaid tax debt. Administrative sanctions, fines, interest, increase, billing fee. Tax determination letters (COC). STP tax bill letter that is due. The benefits of tax collection for the state. Tax collection provides great benefits including 1. Increase state revenue to finance development. 2. Increase compliance and discipline of taxpayers. 3. Reduce uncollectible tax receivables. 4. Ensure the tax system runs fairly. Tax collection case examples simple. A taxpayer does not pay PH. Article 25, which is due on the 15th. After a few days, KPP sent a reprimand letter. Because it still does not pay, a forced letter is issued. If within the specified time the debt has not been paid off, the tax collector can confiscate the taxpayer's assets and auction them to pay off the tax debt.